Hello。
那我旁边。
OK，你可以开麦，因为我想和大家互动，就是就是可能大家回答我的问题，或者大家问我问题都 OK，就是他们怎么问可以直接 go ahead， 然后直接对这个麦克风问吗？还是怎么问？
我看着这个现场应该能收音，我现在讲话，你现在能听见吗？
我现在能听见，我很清晰的听到你的声音。
那我们就在这里说吧，我们就这里。So she said, if we have questions and just ask like directly, she can hear. Okay, we just test it. 稍等，我们直播调试好之后就开始。And let me just recommend on your title. Say secure by legacy build for tomorrow. Right? Yeah. The title, and then we will say, wow, what a title. It's an awesome title. Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah. 你调试好了，能开始，你告诉我。
好吗？可以了，OK 了。
Okay. Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
everyone. I'm Stephanie as HashKey Developer Relationship. I'm here today to talk about something truly groundbreaking, real assets or RWA on the blockchain. Before starting, I hope to say that I see there are not too much people, and I hope we just have a chill and casual chat. Welcome to ask me anything, whatever you like. And I prepared some gifts like t-shirts for you guys. Whether you ask me questions, you answer my question. Yes, I also prepared some questions for you, and you can got the gifts. So I think it's more like friendly chat with today. So just enjoy it, right? Okay, and let's study about our topic. Okay. That's a quick question. What exactly are real assets? I hope that if someone can give me some example, yeah, maybe for the microphone problems, and you need to go ahead and talk to me directly, and you can give me some small example you have heard about. You had know that how the real assets and go on change, which type of asset can go on change, and this just small question. I prepare some gifts. Anyone?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Alan, and one example of a real world asset is like real estate, like buildings could be converted to be real world assets. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Any other ones?
Petroleum reserves.
Yeah.
And minerals, reserves, and those natural minerals. So all this type of stuff could be.
That's all right. And it hurts that is everything, almost everything we can get into other assets, right? And most of kinds of asset, even a house and something just very small, we can go on the RWA assets. So, and these two friends, you can got my gifts, all right, and t-shirts. So, going on. It's super cool concept that change how we talk about the money and investment. Imagine taking everything valuable for our daily life, from a piece of art to a massive government bonds, and even a share in a company, and make it tradable, checkable, and super efficiency on the internet, just like digital money. It is essential what RWA are all about. These are types of digital tokens, and also HashKey chains are doing now. So, but why we need to do that? About these questions and why we need to do that. First, the most important thing is liquidity. We all know, right? Assets and the capital flowing into the blockchain industry is very important. Think about it. Traditional assets, they can be slow to check. selling a house, for example, we have said the house also can be an asset on chain. Takes forever in the traditional world, but with RWA, we can make assets much more globally liquid. And maybe I sell the house in Hong Kong, right? And you can buy it in the and the buyers from the US, they can buy my house. So more globally liquid and set transaction super fast, and it is like turning a slow moving river into a high speed digital highway. And the transparency, this is the biggest characteristic of the blockchain is like open ledgers. Every transaction is recorded and traceable. This means more trust, less hidden information, and clear pictures of ownership and history for everyone involved. And and other reason is a coefficiency. It's just a similar with the first reasons and fewer measurements and faster process, lower cost. We cut up a lot of traditional fees. That makes financial expenses. And finally, the most important thing is that the game changer part is a DeFi integrations. Once the real assets are on the blockchain, they can pass directly into the DeFi ecosystem, right? This creates entirely new way to use the assets, get higher APYs on the chains. Maybe the USDC is centralized as the US dollars, but on chain, we can saw that in Binance or some exchange, we can see that USDC has a higher API, just like 20% 1 year to get the use. So this deeply integrates has even given birth to a new chain, RWA. And that's a very simple content. I know that you also know, and you has also heard about before we studied the workshops and going on. And I would like to give some examples about it. Just 2 examples. Consider the pirate debt fund. Everyone know what is a pirate debt fund, right? Do you need to? Yes. Oh, okay. You need to expand pirate debt fund, right?
Yes, please.
Yes. The pirate debt fund in the traditional finance is means like treasures. You don't need to know the machinations about it, but you need to know the characteristics about it. It's only for the super rich people to buy it. They just like the policy funds investment. They offer to the super rich people to buy the very valuable treasures. They are not open to the public, just like me. And so so it is a very traditional financial world. We can't get away to buy these assets. Investing in the private debt for a huge fund is usually only for the rich men. And we also talk about the millions of dollars just to get in. But the DeFi platform, we can participate in just as little as $100. $100, you can study it. So that's incredibly, it opened up a crucial investment opportunity to everyday investors sometimes. And similarly, just like the USDY, which are backed by the US Treasury bond, are showing a crucial problem for investors in some countries, just like me. And in traditional finance, I am hard to buy the US Treasury bond because the nationality and the regulation law limitations. But due to the yes, many people due to the real regulation, it can be really difficult for them to directly buy the US government bond. But USDY offer a compliant way to access the stable security assets. So we have much more way by the DeFi to government our assets. That's 2 examples that we can get access with the RWA, how we get benefits about it. And the next question. That's a quick question for everyone. When we talk about the real assets, we have know that the background, we have to know something about this. But what is the three most important sector do you think leading this way today? I mean that actually acting the types of assets themselves, just like the options, bonds, or any other assets you think that is the most important top three parts of the RWA. Anyone knows? A little bit difficult.
Land,
It is. What?
land and real estate,
And
gold,
gold. The types of the gold is what financial assets. Gold. And which are the types assets of the gold?
what? What is the question? What are we?
Could you repeat?
Yes, you say that gold is an important asset, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but what is the gold belong to?
Commodities. I think it's commodities.
Precious metal.
Yeah.
Commodities.
Yes. Yes. Great idea. And other people want to say about it.
Stocks.
Stock is one type, but not the top three types.
Bonds and treasuries.
Bonds and what?
Treasuries.
That's right. Bonds is right. And any other ones want to try this? I really hope that everyone can got the gift.
Oh, art. Yeah.
Collective ones.
Yeah, collective art.
Okay, it is a little bit hard to get it right because the top one asset. Oh, okay. Top one asset is not usually public to the normal people. It is the copyright. No.
IP.
No. Pirate credit.
What?
Pirate credit.
Oh.
I download.
Wow. Power credit. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Depending,
Yes.
use it a lot, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. I download.
Carbon credit as well. I can't see.
Yeah.
Actually, make private credit.
Private credit on the left. Bottom left.
Oh, carbon credit.
The blue graph.
What do you mean by 个人信用信用证 Okay, so it's tokenized.
Yes. And
Kind of-
I download
kind of
the data. I download the data from the RWAs and website. So you can see that the pirate credit is a blue one, right? And it's more than other assets. It says other assets very much. So the next one is the U.S. Treasury debts. We also heard about the news in the recently. It's especially Trump as the president, and the third one is yes, you said about this is the commodities. Commodity, just like the gold. Gold is the biggest type of the commodities. So and I heard that someone says the stock. Yes, we have heard about the news about the stock recently very much in the Twitter, in the someone else. But actually the stock is just a very little part of the RWA because the restrict of the stock is very much the regulation about the stock is unclear, and there are very high strict about this, and we will have a detailed explorations about this, and let's study it. About the credit, and Yes, it's hard to imagine this because usually in traditional finance we are hard to buy the private credit. It usually is offers by the very rich man to buy the private credit because it needs a large amount of capital about it, right? And this is currently the largest piece of the RWA. And my goal is to make traditional lending, yes, it's a lending process, more efficiency and transparent. I give a simple example. Imagine a company needing a loan, and usually is going to the bank and apply the loans, apply the capital rights, and the bank, the centralized bank, they will assess and they will evaluate the company and evaluate the background to give the loan, and investor providing the loan directly. But now that if the company needs a loan and investor providing the loan could be directly on the blockchain, it can cut out the bank and speeding up side. It can cut out the banks and speeding up faster. So the private credit work in two layer, off chain and on chain. And this important information I repeat again. Private credit works in two layer, off chain and on chain. Off chain, the loans are still real legal contract, usually held and managed by a special company called an SPV. It is an on-chain management company, and on-chain this loan get turned into the standard digital token, so they can trade on use in the DeFi. However, it's not without a challenge. Actually, the regulation is also the big topic in the other place. Things like the evaluating who get the loan. Why just like I want to apply the loan and you give me, but why you need to give me? You need to evaluate who get the loan, manage risk, and what happen if someone can't pay that, right? You give me the loan and I wouldn't pay that, and you wouldn't want to send the loan to me. And this still heavily relates on our goods or chain legal system. So while the blockchain handle the digital part, the legal safety are still relates on the physical world. So there is a large gap between this. We are seeing projects like the Maple and Figure leading the change here. And just kidding, if I apply the law to you guys, could you borrow me? Maybe the answer is no, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And in this about the tech information in the private credit, not everyone allowed it to buy this loan because the regulation, and that's why they often use special token standard like the ERC 1400 instead of the ERC 20. Basically, a security token standard is the ERC 1400. What's cool about this is that it can have the rule built right into the tokens, like only approved investor can hold and trade it. That's made different with the ERC 20. It helps the projects follow the laws like KYC check. In other words, and the token itself makes sure only the right people can join the compliance is built straightly into the blockchain. Any question about this?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't get to understand SPV. Could you maybe explain more and maybe give an example?
Your example for what?
For the SPV and the blockchain, how it works. Yeah.
Yes, about the SPV, right? Yeah, it's like the okay, I thought about it. It's like the audience audited company, the part of the privacy credit into the two layer, and SPV is a all chain also know that. But how it was and how it do that is like that. The SPV need to evaluate it. It need to evaluate the company background, and also it can collect the company information. And during the step when we apply the capital to the company, and we need to some double check it has receipts and how they use it, and we can check the financial statute of the company, and all these things are doing by the SPV. So actually, it's just like a private company instead of the public bank controlled by the nationality. So it seems like that we just traditional process is the bank with the company, but now it is changed like the SPV. This is a private company to the blockchain, and then to the company get the capital. So it's just like that.
Thank you.
Yes. SPV is special purpose vehicle, right? If I'm understanding it. SPV stands for special purpose vehicle, right? If I'm understanding it right.
Maybe your question is
what is SPV stands for? The full name of SPV. Yeah.
Oh, the full name. The full name of SPV. Actually, I have a little bit forgot about this, because I usually have the SPV directly to call it. But I could search it and get the full PowerPoint share with the groups, and I could collect the answer. That's maybe I do not answer this and collect with the all information I send it to the group. Okay, give me some time about it, because I has a little bit forgot. I usually call it SPV.
I have one question. So this is we talk about right now. So currently, it is right now the biggest tokenized already.
Why not?
So it's already it is the biggest, not like in the future, the foresee. It's the data already collected. It is right now the biggest tokenized real asset. The private capital, private credit.
I mean that. Do you want me to show some examples about the power credits? Right?
Yeah, how it works, and which company actually runs it? Yeah.
Yes, there already has some. There already has some products about it, like the Maple and Figure, letting you trust here. But during that is a HashKey chain workshop, so I didn't put it into the PowerPoints, but I can typing with you now. You can search about it, Maple and Figure, to search more information. Okay, I study the next step. Okay, going on. The next is the gold, also called the commodity. So about this part, especially we have studied about the gold. This section is pretty much dominated by two players, PHXG and the XAUT, and together these token holds over 70% of the market. They are like the digital gold you can trade. Most of the trading has been on the centralized exchange, similar to the traditional stock market. They are not yet deeply integrated into the wider DeFi world just now, but in the future we have said that maybe it has more DeFi integrations, but the future is right here, right? We expect to see more companies ensuring their tokens and expanding beyond gold and silver to other precious metal and even things agriculture products. at this part also has a tech points for the assets like gold, which are fungible. We has a very similar, much more similar parts with the gold, meaning one unit just like any other units, right? The most common standard use is a ERC 20. This is the backdrop, so the most token uses in the crypto, like the stablecoin, like the USDC, like the USDT. And ERC 20 tokens are preferred for represent gold because they are easily divisible, and projects simply need to ensure that each token is truly backed by corresponding amounts of physical gold held safely in a vault, which is regularly audited. So, any question about the gold part?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, in the traditional model, you find that like gold is used to back more of like be it stable coins or even currencies, right? Does gold also really affect the crypto side?
The first thing I want to say is that the top three it isn't including the stablecoin, is include the stablecoin is surely the top one. And the next question you asked that the gold pardon, could you speak it against your question about the gold? Hi.
Okay, so my question is like within the traditional models, like you find gold backs currencies, right? So my question is, how are stable coins backed by gold? Does it affect in any way in crypto?
Stablecoin can buy the assets in the crypto? Is the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. In a liquidity pool, the provides the USDC or USDT with the gold assets, just like XAUT. You can buy it directly by the stablecoin or by any famous assets, just like ETH and BTC. You can directly in the liquidity pool and you can buy it.
Thank you.
And any questions, just fan chat and you can ask me any question you like.
So how do you prevent insider trading for whales who can control large volumes of probably PUBG or XAUT? How do you regulate people with very large volumes from insider trading?
Okay. I due to the internet, I couldn't hear the question clearly, but I try to repeat it again.
How to prevent insider trading, inside trading.
How to
prevent it from the
how to I try to understand this question is how to make sure the security about the gold and on chain and off chain, and we can trade the security, right?
No. Inside trading from whales.
Inside trading for well.
Okay.
From large holders.
Yeah.
Maybe I give an example of the normal tokens. Say Vitalik has large holding of Ethereum. He can, I'm not saying he can, but it's an example. Let me use me. I have large holdings of Ethereum. I can easily influence the price movement of it by probably dumping on people. So how do you prevent this from happening in the case of the
Yeah. About the XAUT or just like the PAX3, they are not the HashKey chain assets, but I can expand about this and about the assets. And usually it has a mechanism. Alright, someone want to take part. About the two types of assets also has the mechanism to make sure that for example like the chains some just like the XAUT company to buy a large amount of gold to put in a one way to in some places to make the auditors to make sure that we have much more gold and to we have buy much more gold about this. So and it depends on the amount of gold and we has applied with the government and we need to make sure that yes we are not just listing air token. We are has the background about this. So the government applies you has listing a compliant token. So and the same amount of gold will be listing to the blockchain and everyone can trade it in the decentralized exchange or the centralized exchange. It has a promise about the gold background is security and it can trade on the blockchain and it has a valuable not just someone to can change the data easily or something else. It was government by it was audited by the governments or the other centralized governments, centralized company. Yeah.
Last question. So how do you, I'm not sure if probably discussed earlier. So which mechanism do you use to prevent double spending? So is it block and mint or what happens so that you issue the certificates?
So sorry, I think that I really come I really heard clearly. So maybe I come to and we can go through this and if you have question I do not clearly well, so maybe we can talk in the group.
Okay.
It also okay. Yes, and we can talk more knowledge now. Could we?
Thank you.
I'm really so sorry we had a meeting online, but I will arrive to Singapore very soon, so we can directly in person to talk to your project and talk to some other topics. Yes, and going on. So about the stock, we have known that the stock is very popular recently, but actually this sector are still super early. It got very low trading volume right now, but the growth potential is absolutely massive. We have seen two main approach emerge here. The world gather model, think of the Rubinhood. Rubinhood is famous in the RWA, and everything follow the strict rules and regulations, which make it safe and but also kill something. But also comes of cost of you don't have the full open connect with the wipe of the blockchains. And the open financial bright module projects like the X-Stock. X-Stock are trying to deeply integrate traditional stock with the DeFi world, creating a more open and flexible system. And tokenizing stock is a little more complex. We have saw that the first sector is the private credit rise. I say that in the private credit, we use the ERC 1400s, but now you want to one day works like the stock, what like the ERC 20 token. So you can even buy half of the share, not just need to buy the just not need to buy the 500 shares. You can buy just half of it. but you also need a strong compliance rules. The solution is often a hybrid, and ERC20 with a compliant layer on the top. So the layer can use tools like ERC3643 to manage the investor identity right on the blockchain. So when you buy the tokenized stock, I see that you are legally allowed to hold it in your regions. This way, you are guessable blockchain's efficiency and the legal safety of the traditional market. And maybe there is a question. If we need KYC for the assets, for the stock, why we use the ERC 1400? If anyone knows the question answer, why we use the 1400, ERC 1400? We need to use the ERC 3643 instead of ERC 1400 to solve the KYC problem. But why we directly use the 1400? Anyone knows the question? Maybe a developer can solve the problem.
Maybe for consistency.
Yeah.
ERC 1400 tokenomics can be designed according to the compliance requirements, like KYC or something.
Yeah. And it can support the KYC, but the ERC 3643 also can support parcel of the KYC, but why not we use the ERC 1400? It was also used in the private credit, but why not use it in the stock? Okay, a little bit difficult about this, and let's solve it. This question. Yeah, you want to try it?
Yeah, mainly because first of all, ERC 1400 is old, and also like it has strict guidelines, or it's more kind of a strict model.
Yeah, you are the right. You have the crucials about this. Yeah, they are both all can use it for the KYC, but there are transport restrictions and the great things like the stock, the stock we need to chase very fast rise, but the private credit chase very slow and very controlled. So for the stock, we want to fast trading and DeFi compatibility. That's why small project use a standard ERC20 plus and compliant layer like the ERC 3643. It keeps everything liquidity and flexible, so it can also protect the compliant, and it also can protect the KYC. So, but for the ERC 1400 is full security token standard. It has a high standard about our security, but it is more suitable for the bonds or private equity, where the trades are slow and very controlled. So that's very different. And the next is about the RWA and the crypto ETF. And about this topic, I usually heard that someone would make a mistake about this, and someone will think that they are all the same. Not at all. Now we talk about this, and which has gained a lot of attention recently, and while both are about the bringing traditional and crypto world together, these roles are actually quite different. Take a look at the numbers. At the late August, over 6 times larger than the non-stablecoin RWA market. So RWA has a lot of room to grow compared with the ETF. And by the key difference isn't just the size. They are their fundamental purpose. For the ETF are most like a fund entrance. They package existing crypto assets like Bitcoins and Ethereum into the traditional finance product. Just like my father, they wouldn't know a little bit knowledge about the blockchain, but they can buy the Bitcoin ETF in the traditional exchange. So they also can hold their Bitcoins and enjoy it. So this make it easier for traditional money big insist especially about the big company to get into the crypto market without directly owning the crypto. And RWA on the other hand are an asset exists. They take real assets, bond, gold, rare, and company creating and bring that onto the blockchain. They build a whole new fundamental foundations for the DeFi ecosystem. So, who is building? Who is building now? And we have categorized them into the four main types. One type is the asset issuers. They are the people or company who takes real world assets like a US treasury bonds, a piece of gold, and turns it into a digital token that can tokenizations on the blockchain. They handle the legal structure, how profile and how distribute, and oversee the actual assets. And about the next step is the infrastructure provider. The first step, actual issuer often offers the traditional financials, but study as a two-step. Infrastructure provider is the totally blockchain. These are the tech foundations. They provide the fundamental capability like the insurance tokens, identity verification, compliance support, and asset custody. They will often find them as public blockchain, just like HashKey chain. Yeah, we are doing this right now, especially for the compliant RWA insurance. So we are a public chain, but we also has our characteristic. We are more focused on the RWA assets compared to other public chains. So the third is the application layer, and they are the user-facing platform, just like DAG and the Lightning protocol on our chain. They give individual access to invest in and manage RWA. They often integrate with the DeFi module, connecting everyday investor. And the fourth is the data and Oracle service. Chainlink also is our corporation's friends. So these are the information bytes. They feed crucial data like the price, index, and the reference rate from the off-chain swap to the on-chain smart contract. Without them, the blockchain wouldn't know the real-time values of the assets it's dealing with. So this part finish, and any question? Okay. As we say that the HashKey chain is an infrastructure provider, right? But HashKey not only for it. So the next day, I would like to introduce some features about the HashKey chain, about HashKey with you guys, and it also important for the developers and some individual developers. Maybe you are searching for the grant, you are searching for support from the for public chains and some technical support or the money support. Is all right. Come here and we have the results about it. And about the HashKey, it's a core HashKey chain is a core infrastructure provider, and it's run layer 2 in here. But our strength doesn't stop this. The ecosystem is designed to be a complete solution across the entire blockchain landscape. Once the biggest reason builder choose HashKey chain is that we are compliant friendly. And we also know that in Singapore or Hong Kong, especially in Asia, we have a large streak of the regulations or the governments. We can't listing the token to the public, just like the US. We need to apply it. So, but how the government supports your applications? that niche you has the permissions, and HashKey also have obtained the regulatory license in the market, which means that when you build it here, you know you are building in a safe, legal environment. These are huge if you care about working with the real institutions on the tokenizing real assets. And we don't just give you a chance and say good luck. We offer full stake support for infrastructure and custody solution to developer too. So it has some mistake about this, but let's go through. And we have more partners in our Web3 ecosystem, and we don't do this alone. And some famous partnerships because they're just like the OKAs and Chainlinks, and they're very famous, and we have deep cooperations about it. So our infrastructure is mature and has a good fundamental. So we welcome every developer to come here. And about our on-chain ecosystem, our group speak for itself. We already has our very much wallet address, more than 25 million on-chain transaction, and vibrant communities of over 300,000 members. We have successfully developed over 14 projects, and most of it and building. I will cooperate with the projects and help them to building on the HashKey chain. We are looking forward to scaling. So if you have any idea, you can talk to me directly, and I can evaluate it and give you some support instead of you working alone. So we are always here. So I already in the Telegram groups. If you want to connect me, just DM me directly. I'm so welcome about it. And we had talked to so much knowledge about the RWA. So how the HashKey chain has some example, has some part about it. Sure we had. About the chain basic insurance, one of the biggest insurance groups bringing the US money market fund on chain through the HashKey chain. The first tokenized money market ETF launched by the HashKeys and Bosphorus International, which just received approval from the HashKey, which approved from the Hong Kong SFC. Just like the government, they could support me and support the all projects. Why does the matter for you as a builder? It shows that the market is ready. Institutions are coming on chain. They need DeFi, they need tool and user expert and user to make the work for everyone. And that's where you come in. You are building the next way of the refinance. So, any question about HashKey chain?
Yeah, I have a question more about how do HashKey go about handling different regulatory frameworks between different countries within Asia?
Pardon, repeat again, please.
Okay. So my question is, how do HashKey operate within different places? More about their regulatory frameworks. How do they manage?
About this, we have a very mature fundamental about this, and as the assets come here, so we have the ability to connect it, and about the different types of the assets, just like we have said that USD money maker funds and the ETF. We have a part called the tokenization. For example, you want to listing an asset, or you want to listing your projects, build your project on HashKey chain about RWA or any other assets, and you do not know, maybe you just a developer and you do not know how to tokenizing the assets is rise or listing on the chains for some watch protocols, and we has a fundamental and solution about it, and many people, including me, could help you tokenizing the one assets into different parts, into different designs about it. So about the two examples, the money maker USD money maker funds and the ETF, it has all listing from the HashKey, and all the things are stored in the with the HashKey, including the tokenizations, including the designs. It's all about us. So if you has collaborate with us, it's very easy to listing any other thing compliant on chain.
Okay. My second question is for builders who are building within the RWA, what could we learn from HashKey, or what could you advise us more best to focus on when it comes to RWA?
Most how the community could learn from the HashKey is how the HashKey focus on the RWA. That's right. That's a very crucial and great problem. I'm so thank you that you has asked me questions, because we have said that HashKey has the permissions of the Hong Kong government, right? So it's a very important thing. It actually in Asia, including the Singapore and Hong Kong, there are just a few company can get the permission. So in HashKey, HashKey, how the rules in the Hong Kong market, it's just like the rule maker. It's just like a rule maker, because the government do know has much more people know the blockchain, know the details, know how the tokenization, know how to build on the blockchains, but HashKey knows. So actually HashKey rules just like help people to exploring the market and help government to make the push the futures about the about the other place. So HashKey more like the most famous company in Hong Kong about the RWA, and we set up the rule, set up the technical support in this feed, in the RWA feed. Yet, any question? And the next is actually we have set a check in the Shanghai Wood this time. About this check, it also related with the RWA and cash, and I provide some topic with you guys, but I noted that maybe not much want to invest it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even if your project isn't directly in the current focal area, but you are interested in HashKey chain and you want to talk to us, please directly talk to me first, and I will support you, and I will solve much more problem with you guys. So we are always looking for the groundbreaking projects and passionate individual to join our journey. So feel free to scan to join our community. I has put it in. And the meeting is coming to the end. So you can scan the QR code to search more information about the HashKey chains, and we are so welcome you connect us. And any questions? Any questions about this? Because the time is ends up. If no questions, and they are so happy that has 1 hour with you guys to talk about the other ways, and I am in the Telegram groups, and you could DM me. I'm so welcome. I'm so happy to make friends with you, and see you soon. I will arrive in Singapore too in person and talk to you guys and make friends you guys and happy days, happy day, happy time. I'm happy about this. That's all. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a nice day. Whole day you have a nice day. Bye bye.